What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Luby. Channel's called Luby Games because we game sometimes. Today we're back with another death battle reaction. Personally, you know what I'm saying, I'm not biased whatsoever in any capacity. I would just never sway in one particular direction when it comes to these things. But you know, sometimes you just kind of have an idea or a clue of who you think might win. That being said, let's jump right into this reaction. Miles Morales versus Deku.
Miles Morales versus Izuku Midoriya.
Spider-Man.
Don't get me wrong, I like Midoriya too.
He's whiz and
I like Midoriya too.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
All right, let's take this from the top again. This is Peter Parker. He was bitten by a radioactive
him
spider,
too.
and for who knows how long, he's been the one and only Spider-Man.
A friendly neighbor to all of New York City. In a universe filled with super soldiers, hulking green Goliaths, and world-shattering gods, Spider-Man is there to look out for the little guy.
But in a multiverse of infinite possibilities, that doesn't always last forever. Like in Universe 1610, when NYC's
I'm so ready for this next movie.
The city was left without
Focus, that's not what we're here to talk about. But I'm ready for the next movie to come out.
Peter wasn't the only one who got bit. Enter Miles Morales, a young teen from Brooklyn just trying to figure out his place in the world. And now, he had it thrust upon him.
The canon event to start all canon events. Now it was Miles'
He's
turn.
5'8", not me being taller than Miles.
And he had all the usual spider kit to help him out.
This spider carried the
Who likes Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, JoJo?
Serum that granted Miles superhuman strength, speed, and the ability to alter his body's electron attraction to crawl along any surface.
And you can't forget that classic spider sense, an internal warning system that lets Miles know about incoming threats so he can react ahead of time. He even got an upgrade
that game was
like
fire
a radar, letting him see through stuff.
But no spider person is complete without their web shooters. Given to him by Peter's Aunt May, these webs have all sorts of applications between swinging, grabbing, restraining, projectiling, and being made into
projectiling.
And having Peter around to show him the ropes made things a lot tougher though. And between mishaps with wall crawling and web slinging, Miles got off to a rocky start.
Like any typical teenager, he had a lot of self-doubt. Could he keep up in school? What was the right way to talk to girls?
And how could he live up to being Spider-Man when one of the villains he had turned out to be his very own uncle? Makes family dinner so awkward.
That's Mr. Fox fool is crazy.
Trying to kill you stuff.
Fortunately, Miles had a leg up on every other superhero known to man.
Living parents. Better yet, loving parents. They supported him when things got tough, even if they didn't always see eye to eye. And thanks to them, he learned that the best way to be Spider-Man wasn't to do it like Peter, but to do it his own way.
Nah.
And it helped that this particular spider had a bit more to
I kind of wish they let that voice line play.
Miles has a variety of unique powers, like invisibility and venom.
Not like Tom Hardy, though it is weird to give your main power the same name as one of your bad guys. Come on, Spidey, branding is important.
Miles can harness his own bioelectric energy and weaponize it, which is especially effective against individuals with genetic mutations.
I don't think I ever finished that gameplay on this channel, but I did finish the game.
Hell,
10 out of 10.
He can even make electric constructs out of this stuff, like biowebbing and a damn sword. Jeez, what kind of spider was this?
It's not entirely science fiction. Studies have shown that certain species of spiders, such as the Linophiidae, have a process known as ballooning. By spinning a thread of their silk, they can use the Earth's natural electric fields to fly, traveling up to hundreds of miles. No pun intended.
Well, whatever kind of bite it was, it gave Miles the edge he needed to find his worth as Spider-Man.
Miles can dodge gunshots, missiles, and lightning bolts. He survived all sorts of beatings, including a building exploding on top of him.
Oh geez, Spidey could lift buildings and dodge light-speed attacks, and Miles is more than a match for him.
Like the time he absorbed the energy of a bomb that was going to vaporize Harlem.
A
blast that would have equaled 15 million tons of TNT.
He's gotten kudos from a ton of older heroes too, becoming a member of the New Ultimates and the Avengers. He even helped form the Champions, a team of teenage superheroes with the likes of Miss Marvel and Ironheart.
The king
not
of Wakanda
my
himself
favorite
even suited him
part
up
of the
with some
franchise.
Wakandan vibranium.
The same stuff as T'Challa's own suit. This super rare and tough metal can absorb kinetic energy and vibrational impacts.
It helps to regulate Miles's venom powers too, allowing him to better control his electrical output.
The vibranium is thinner to better fit his acrobatic fighting style, but it can still shake off most fatal attacks like they're nothing. This stuff is tough enough that Deadpool's swords have shattered against it.
Yeah.
So it's not as durable as, say, Captain America's shield, and enough kinetic energy to
Not
be
the
able to
rival
reload it.
school.
Don't be near
Good
it when
grief.
it does, or you'll end up like the Falcon.
I've
here
abandoned
when
that
he
game
used his
so hard,
vibranium
it's
wings to
basically
stop a
Overwatch
bomb
at this
that was
point.
gonna blow up New York City.
Sure.
That's twice now. Does any other city have to deal with this stuff?
But when vibranium and spider powers still aren't enough, Miles can push his electrical output into overdrive.
Giving him huge boosts in strength and speed, and making him a whole lot zappier. It's your classic shonen power-up, and he knows it too. He's a bit of a weeb, and has a thing for mimicking some
A bit?
favorites.
Despite his initial insecurities, Miles has more than managed to
Same,
live up to
but
his
like a bit
predecessor.
is
No
crazy.
longer standing in the shadow, but side by side.
Literally, his universe got blown up, and he was sent to the main 616 timeline, along with his family. And now it's him and Peter as a pair of Spider Bros.
He's even become one of the big players of the Spider-Verse, teaming up with all sorts of other spider variants to
My
defend
God,
the
dropped the last
multiverse.
movie. I know y'all got
Anime
it ready.
Spider people, robot spider people,
I know it's
dinosaur
just sitting on
spider
ice
people,
in somebody's
spider
computer.
Spider people, a whole lot of them, each with their own way of getting the job done. Miles even led him into battle against the Inheritors, a bunch of interdimensional vampire assholes.
This is what Stan Lee was proudest of in his favorite superhero. Regardless of who they were, any sort of person could wear the mask
Could wear the
and do
mask.
the right thing. For so long as we stay true to ourselves and help others in our own unique ways, then anyone can be a hero. But what is a hero? To the citizens
Going
of
to
Japan,
Midoriya.
there is no one more synonymous with the word than their symbol.
Don't get me
of
wrong,
peace.
Midoriya, All Might.
The
I have a
big
Todoroki.
numero uno, with a smile on his face, he could save anyone and
I
win
don't know where
any
Todoroki
fight,
is.
no matter what.
Or so it
He's
seemed.
closest in my
After a
reach right
battle with
now.
his arch-nemesis, All
I
For
like
One,
this
All
anime
Might
too.
was grievously
Miles
injured.
is just a
His
favorite of
time as a
mine.
beacon of hope was coming to an end, and he would need to find someone to pass on the torch.
In this
Where is my
world, most
Todoroki?
human beings evolved to have their own individual superpowers, or quirks, but not
Now I
everyone
need
is
to find
lucky
it.
enough to
I
get
don't know where
one.
it is.
Like this kid named Izuku Midoriya, or as local bully Bakugo like to call him, the good-for-nothing Deku.
Izuku wanted to save people just like All Might, but even his idol told him that he would have to give up on his dreams.
Forever the beta male in the shadow of Bakugo and his Sigma quirk, until he got the chance to alpha up and
Bakugo
lend
is
his
just a
rival
certified
helping
crash
hand,
out.
proving himself worthy of All Might's torch.
And so after months of training, Izuku was granted All Might's quirk, One for All. This power allows him to boost his strength to incredible heights, using it
Oh,
for
they're not gonna show
smashing
how he got
attacks
it?
named after specific U.S. locales, and a soccer club.
Or football, as they call it.
Straight punches, spikes, even finger flicks, One for All is the ultimate in strength-enhancing quirks.
The first time he used it, Izuku destroyed this giant robot in a single blow, on accident. Too bad it wasn't the only thing he destroyed, though.
His
Damn, that
whole
looks like it
body
hurts.
was like
One for All's power
broken.
was so great that the recoil would shatter Izuku's limbs when he used it. In the hands of an improper vessel, One for All could cause their body to explode. So Izuku would need to continuously train to master it at his Hero Academia.
Say that again.
UA High.
Here he'd be inspired by girly pop Uraraka to turn his zero name into his hero name, becoming the Deku who always does his best.
Something that he may have taken too far.
When it came to saving
You know what's crazy?
people,
I've
Louis
never finished the
Pasteur
series.
had a bad habit of putting others
This
way
just made me
before
realize
himself.
that.
Sure, everyone else was okay, but he'd be good for nothing all over again if he got himself paralyzed.
So to cut down on his hospital bill, he developed full cowling. Instead of using his quirk in short bursts, he would continuously spread the energy across his body at low percentages, using it for acrobatics inspired by Bakugo's explosive movements.
And with that new thinking came a new fighting style, shoot style. To use a stronger limb that'd be less likely to break, Deku took a page from Nerd Emoji Ida's book and switched
Nerd
to
Emoji.
focusing on kicks to pack in more of a punch. Yeah.
And that power would be needed. After a climactic battle with All For One, All Might would be forced into retirement, just a few months into Deku's training. Now it was his turn to face this demon lord.
But he didn't have to do it alone. Just as All Might had passed One for All onto Deku, it had been passed onto All Might by his master, and onto her by her master, One for All was a power that was built upon for generations.
The quirks of the previous users of One for All manifested in Deku, along with their spirits
this fight's
or
gonna be
vestiges,
so crazy.
to help him in his battle against All for One.
Black Whip gives him energy tendrils to swing around and restrain foes. They can also brace his arms and manually control his muscles if he can't move.
Float allows him to soar high into the sky. By combining it with controlled blasts of pressurized air, he can effectively fly.
Danger Sense detects incoming threats and unease, letting Deku react in advance. Though it's mostly like an alarm bell and doesn't tell him specifics like location or number of threats.
No spidey
Familiar?
senses.
Smokescreen lets him create a smokescreen.
Yeah.
But he can use it at full blast to create a bigger smokescreen.
That's swell and all, but the real meat is in Fajin. After building up kinetic energy within his body, Deku can unleash it for bursts of strength and speed.
So really it's
Black Whip to
Fajin
create
versus
the powerful
Venom.
Black chain binding attack, and can use it
Which-
in conjunction
which
with
power-up
Full
is gonna be the
Gallon
strongest?
Foe 100%, equaling All Might's full level of power without any recoil.
He once used it to outspeed a bullet shot by Lady Nagant, a former hero turned villain who has a sniper rifle for an arm. I think I'm in love.
Nagant's
Oh,
bullet once crossed
brother.
a distance of around 215 kilometers within a fraction of a second. That's 6,700 times
That would be a
faster
cool
than
power to
sound.
have, though.
And Deku was moving so fast,
Like,
the
just 1
bullet
second.
seemed like it was standing still.
What'd you say?
And he can go even faster than that with his final quirk, Gear Shift.
By touching a target, he can control its speed without abiding by the laws of inertia. He can slow down foes to leave them frozen in the air, or move so fast he can punch multiple times in an instant.
Even All for One's own protege Shigaraki couldn't track him, and this is a dude who can catch light speed laser beams.
It does have a time limit though. After 5 minutes of continuous use, Deku's body will catch up to his speed, suffocating him as his cells become unable to take in oxygen.
Not nearly as bad as One for All was suffocating him, though. He's been doing all of this shit in just the 10th grade. I hadn't even figured out you can breathe through your nose at that point.
The pressure of
That's
having to save his
insane.
friends, the country, the entire world.
Do y'all breathe through
weighed
your
on
nose or your
Deku.
mouth?
So he
I
left
breathe
UA
through my
to
nose.
fight
I
this
know a lot of
war
people breathe through their
alone.
mouths.
But alone was never where Deku fought best. Having come from nothing, his admiration for his peers gave him strength, just as they admired his strength and desire to help others. Even Bakugo came around to him.
So when it came
Yeah,
time
they
to
locked in
finally put
eventually.
that demon lord back in hell, his classmates, teachers, mom, friends, enemy, and everyone else supported and cheered him on. Because that was the greatest threat to All for One's reign all along.
Not All Might, not Deku, not even One for All itself. Just people helping each other out. And with their help, Deku
The power of
defeated All for
friendship.
One once and for all. Blowing
Says
a
the
hole
person
in
who
this
watched
huge
Fairy Tale
storm and
religiously.
parted the skies for a brighter future.
Though
No,
he
no
did
judgment.
lose his quirk and have to retire from hero work, getting a regular 9 to 5 as a teacher, passing on his knowledge to the next generation, just like every user of One for All before him.
Some might say he peaked in high school. If
No,
not
don't
for
put
the
Assassination
sick new
Classroom
armor
in
he
there.
eventually got to go back to kicking butt. He even made it all the way back near the top of the rankings.
Did they
All
do
with
an
the help
Assassination
of his
Classroom battle?
friends.
I'm gonna have to look
For
that
so
up.
long as we keep reaching out our hands to help those in need,
Have to check that one.
everyone can be a hero. All right, the combatants are
All
set,
right.
and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Miles, please. Miles.
Huh?
I don't know, I'm nervous for it. We got this. We got this.
Yo! You're more man and less spider than usual.
Whoa, I was looking for you. Care to show me what you can do?
All right, new guy. First lesson? Don't watch the mouth. Watch the hands.
Now watch mine, Delaware! Ah!
Let's try that one more time. Guess who?
I can't use my full power here. Gotta take this somewhere else. Oh, gross!
Yeah.
You got skills, man. I like that. Oh, mierda.
Really old New York City.
I moved us to an abandoned part of the city so we can go all out! because I always do my best!
I'm not gonna lie, the swinging mechanics in that game, untouchable.
If I'm gonna do my best, I gotta
Okay.
do my own thing.
Okay. They didn't have to do this. They didn't have to do that, but they did.
Sarah was right! Your quirk is amazing!
Amazing is my buddy. They call me the ultimate Spider-Man.
His suit has shock absorption, not nullification. So, it's got a limit.
It's making me nervous because a lot of things are in reference to Miles and Spider-Man, unless I'm just not catching the My Hero references.
Go beyond! Spider-Man, you really are the ultimate.
Let's go. Let's go.
KO! Vaya con Dios, Araña
Let's
Joven.
go.
Let's start by talking about their superpowers, which
I tried to tell y'all. I tried to tell y'all in advance.
Given the
Y'all didn't want to listen to me.
inspiration for Deku's quirks, though they did have some edges over the other.
The Spider Sense gave Miles more insight on his surroundings and threats than Danger Sense, which has been worked around before.
Miles
This
said,
meant
I
Miles's
never stood.
invisibility
I
was
never
harder for
fought.
Danger Sense to detect when he wasn't attacked.
Oh.
While the Spider Sense's radar system allowed him to find Deku in a smokescreen, but Izuku's other quirks granted him advantages of his own.
Float was a lot more mobile than Webs, and Fa-Chen gave a bigger boost in strength than Venom did. Since both had some advantages and disadvantages, we're gonna call superpowers a tie.
Next up, speed. Scaling to Peter, Miles could dodge light speed attacks, which actually outpaced Izuku moving faster than that sniper bullet. Fortunately for Deku though, that wasn't his best.
Thanks to Gear Shift, Deku could speed himself up to match Miles the same way he did to the light-catching Shigaraki.
Oh, so this was like a neck and
Even
neck
worse for
thing.
Spidey, one touch from Gear Shift could freeze him in place.
It
and
don't
make
matter, I'm still
dodging
taking the win.
totally impossible. So speed goes to Deku.
As for skill, Deku was incredibly talented at analyzing an opponent's abilities and coming up with strategies on the fly.
But Miles' powers and fighting style gave Deku few immediate openings.
Deku may have received more formal training at UA, but he was ultimately only active in hero work for a little under a year.
Meanwhile, Miles has been handling everything from neighborhood crooks to multiverse-ending gods for significantly longer.
It's close, but with his greater experience, skill goes to Miles, and that means the biggest deciding factor is raw strength.
And that was no contest. Miles absorbing the energy of that bomb was nothing to scoff at, but overwhelming
Miles.
power is what One for All is all about.
When Deku defeated All for One, the energy needed to part those clouds with this punch had a yield of 362 billion tons of TNT, smashing the bomb Miles absorbed out of the water.
But it wasn't as simple as that. Miles is wearing a vibranium suit after all, so the question wasn't necessarily who was stronger.
Shout
it was
out
if
Wakanda.
Miles' suit was tough enough to continuously absorb Deku's blows.
When the Falcon protected New York from that city-destroying blast, it had a yield of 546 megatons. Impressive, but Deku defeating All for One was still over 600 times stronger than Vibranium's limit.
And Deku did that with One for All's embers, not the full package.
That's kind of crazy.
Remember, the Vibranium in Miles' suit was much thinner than what Falcon and Black Panther had, making it unlikely it could absorb as strong of a blast.
It's there to provide more protection, sure, but there was no way it could survive all of what Deku could dish out.
In this superpower battle, it was Izuku's overwhelming speed and immense strength that made him the winning hero.
And the morales of the story is...
The winner is Deku.
Next time on...
Y'all don't let me sit here and think Miles won, whole time Deku won. I don't care what they talking about. It's still Team Miles over here. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Thank y'all for watching this video with me. Let me know who y'all had. Y'all know who I had. I think I was just so convinced about my own decision, I didn't even really pay attention to what was going on. Let me know who y'all had. Let me know what else y'all want me to react to. I will see y'all in the next video.